Dr. Strickland, I understand there are 5 basic temperaments, and that some of those fall into the category of extrovert, and the others fall into more of an introvert category. Could you explain that?
That's correct. There are basically 5 temperament types. When temperament was first discovered, it was during the time of Hippocrates, about 400 BC. Hippocrates hypothesized that temperament could be determined by the turbidity of body fluids. Well, since then, we've done a little more research and times have been a little progressive. And in the early 80s, Dr. Richard and Phyllis Arno began to study temperament, and in the process of doing so, found a 5th temperament called the supine. The supine and the melancholy are introvert temperaments. The choleric and the sanguine are extrovert temperaments. And the 5th temperament, called the phlegmatic, is kind of a middle of the road temperament. It's kind of a chameleon. It kind of works both ways. But the phlegmatic is the only temperament that can be blended with the others in order to identify specific temperament traits. You don't find a choleric sanguine, you don't find a choleric melancholy, but you can find a phlegmatic choleric or a phlegmatic melancholy or a melancholy phlegmatic. And the reason that that blend occurs is because the needs are different. If you have a 2-part temperament, it actually identifies one way of expression and another way of receiving. And understanding this about yourself is very important in order for you to understand what God is trying to say to you. Understanding your temperament gives you an inroad to your relationship with God at a level you would never dream otherwise possible.
So you said how you receive and how you give. Is that what you're referring to as, say, the inclusion, control, and affection? Is it those 3 categories?
It's called temperament needs. Our created state, our mind, our will, and our emotions. This is our soul. This is what God created. God created us with specific needs. And in each of the 3 areas, our mind, our will, and our emotions, are 2 types of needs. There are expressed needs, what we need to do in order to be social or to reach out. And then there are wanted needs, needs that I need to have filled in order to make me complete within myself. What God likes for us to do is to get His help so that we can polish what He has created. Without Him, we have a tendency to operate from the carnal state, which makes the spiritual aspects of temperament non-existent. It doesn't change the fact that God created temperament. There are about 4,000 blends of the 5 temperaments. And this, of course, accounts for the diversity of humanity. Most people don't understand their temperament, so they respond to things from something inside that they don't understand. Finding the way to express yourself the way God did gives you peace with yourself and others, because you no longer have to present yourself with personality in a way that makes others see you and not really know you.